Happy game day, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo's Sports Report, as well as Joe Boo's Tailgate. It is Dallas Cowboys versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and we are getting ready for game day, and hopefully the Cowboys will find a way to get a win. I'm actually doing a couple things here this morning because preparation for game day meals is key, and so here's what we're doing. I've actually already started making my game day chili. Come here, take a look at the chili. Come here, look at this. Ooh, some nice fiery red chili. And if you want to actually get that recipe, just go ahead and go on here. I'll post that on here as well. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to be actually making a Greek sub, because what I found out Cincinnati is known for is Greek food. And so what we're going to do is, if you like a Greek salad, it's going to be similar to that. I've got a 3-foot long Italian sub, and I've got Greek dressing, and I've got feta cheese that I'm going to add some fresh basil to, and we're going to end up adding olives to it, the feta cheese, the Greek dressing, some onions, and tomatoes. So we're going to have that for the Cowboys game, and so I'm going to go ahead and prep everything I need. So say about 3:15, 3:30, we'll be going out here and actually cooking the sub. And so I got these chicken tenders from BJ's, and what I'm noticing is they have this little hard piece in here, so I don't want those to be in there, and I'm cutting them about in half to I don't want to chop up the meat too much, because then it'll be it'll all fall off of it. But if I can do these in a little bit larger pieces, they'll actually cook better on the grill. So we've got these big chunks that we're going to end up putting on the sub, so when you bite into it, you'll have a nice big piece, and they're big enough that we'll be able to cook them on the grill. Now, this was Purdue's chicken tenders. Ended up having company come over yesterday, and I ended up using up a couple of the bags of them yesterday to make some chicken tenders for the company. That was unexpected, and so I'm a little bit short of using the tenders, but I have fortunately had some chicken breast in the freezer, and so we can do the same thing. You know, if it's convenient to get the chicken tenders, great. If not, you can just get chicken breast like this. And I'm still trying to understand what the hell kind of chickens these are, because growing up, we used to raise chicken, and we never had any chickens that were that big. Okay, little whoops there, but we're just basically going to go through and just cut this in chunks. You're going to need enough for a 3-foot sub if you're doing a 3-foot sub. You see those? Boom. Put those right up in there. Actually, this may be easier doing it with the chicken breast than the chicken tenderloins, because I'm actually getting the meat off of there. Because it's like, okay, got the tenderloin, but I got this little piece here in the middle that's going to be not soft. It's like a string. But we want to have plenty of chicken for our sub. See, look, there it is right there. I guess it's like a tendon. I don't know why they leave that on there, because it's literally, you know, you're just going to floss your teeth with it. So after we get this together, we're actually going to season this. And what I'm going to season this with is I use McCormick's grill seasoning. I use some Mojo seasoning on here. I'll use a little bit of dill, some lemon juice, and also some Cajun seasoning. So that'll give it kind of the dill seasoning is really, really good. You got the thyme, you've got the grill mates, which has got a lot of garlic in there, and it'll give it a lot of flavor. And just about have enough meat right now. Get this one cut, and then we'll get it seasoned, and then we can just put it by the side, and it'll be real easy because all we'll have to do is grill it on the grill and put it on the sub. This is one of those things that the presentation will look fantastic. It'll look like, oh my God, the big sub. And you think a 3-foot sub will go a long ways, but really, it'll feed about 10 people really well. Okay. Now you can see, that's what we have for our chicken. Look at that. Woo! Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do this last one of the chicken tenders. And we're gonna season that, and then I'm gonna get on to getting the studio set up for the games. Okay, so we got our chicken chunks, and you can see, you know, it's good sized pieces, but big enough that you can put on the grill without them falling through. And so now we're gonna season it. Now I use the Mojo seasoning because Lord knows cowboys need some Mojo. Make sure you shake it up real good because there's a lot of different spices and stuff that are in there that are at the bottom, and it kind of will settle real quick. So this is going to be our marinade that is going to really give this chicken a great flavor. And this is similar to what I do when I do my chicken pasta. It just gives it a great, great flavor. The dill brings out a lot of the, you know, I don't know what it brings out, but it brings out a great flavor to it. And so we're going to put some dill onto this. Okay. Dill seasoning. Not seasoning, dill herb. You can grow it right here in your window. That's one of the things that I actually do and love doing is actually having the fresh herbs and stuff growing in the window here. Okay, you can see we got a little bit of that everywhere. Cajun seasoning. This will give it a little bit of oomph to it. I use Cajun seasoning just about on everything. Tony, so we'll get some of that in there. Make sure you flip it over and turn it so that way you get it on all sides of this. Because you want that chicken to be flavorful when you bite into it. And when you put this on there hot and then you get the feta cheese will kind of stick to it real good. Then we've got our Grill Mates herb spice. And this has got the chunks of garlic and stuff in there. And then we're going to finish it off. I buy, like I said, I go to Restaurant Depot because we buy in bulk, and we'll buy a big bag of limes and lemons, and my wife will go through and she will actually squeeze them all so you don't have the extra chemicals or anything in there. So you can see how the spices are all over the chicken here. So all that is the flavor that you want. And the reason for cutting these into smaller pieces is it has more surface area to get the taste from the grill, as well as to get that the seasonings in there. And then we're going to just put some of the lime juice, lime. This is actually lemon and lime mixed. And then this can sit until we're ready to cook for the game to put on the sub. Then the next thing we'll do is we'll take some feta cheese, and we're gonna just basically chop up some of my fresh basil. See, look over here. It's kind of cool when you can just go through, grab some fresh basil. We're gonna chop up a little bit of fresh basil in there and mix with the feta cheese that's gonna go on here. And then we'll slice some tomatoes, and we'll slice some onions to go on there. And we also have Greek olives that we'll chop up in there as well. So that's it on the chicken. So the worst part is done. And see, the key on doing this and entertaining for game day is actually your preparation. So I've got my pot of chili that's already done. It's going to simmer for the next couple of hours. I've got the chicken portion. I'll end up doing the cheese. So, say 3:15, I'll come out and I'll go ahead and I'll get the grill fired up. I'll cook the chicken, cut the sub roll, put that on there, and just layer this out, and it's just done. It keeps it really easy, and you won't have to kill yourself during the game to take care of the masses. And of course, before the game, we'll cook our chicken wings. Alrighty, wrap this up, put it in the outdoor fridge, and do the cheese. Alright, so we are about an hour and 25 minutes away from the 1 o'clock games kicking off. I've actually got my jerk wings that I'm cooking actually already seasoned out there. I've got my flour mixture ready for my wings to go out there, so that won't take long to cook that stuff. Let's take a look at the chili. Come on, look at this chili. Oh my goodness. Okay, it has had a chance to really, look at it, how saucy that is. Oh, sorry. Look at how saucy that is. Oh, that is good. Nice and thick. It's cooked down. This will go great on the chili dogs. This will go great on the spaghetti. It almost looks like spaghetti sauce. But the nice thing is, you see how crumbled up the meat is? Even the chunks of meat in there have gotten good. So that's good to go. I mean, you're ready to cook some pasta. And, you know, we got the chicken ready outside. I'm actually going to make some feta cheese for the sub. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like 4 cloves of garlic. I got some fresh basil from my plant. You know, you can pull off, you know, a leaf here and a leaf there, and, you know, chop that up. And that, look at that. Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Smell it. Smell it. It smells so good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the feta cheese, crumbles. I'm going to put plenty of that in here. Look at it. Okay. Then we're going to chop up the basil that I have right here along with the garlic, and then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil with it too. And that will kind of flavor it up just a little bit. And I had actually thought about, because this is kind of, the great thing about cooking is there's more than one way to make something. And I like to personalize things. And I don't necessarily cook with a recipe. I kind of go with flavors that I like and tastes that I like. But I love fresh basil, I love rosemary, I love thyme. Those are the basics in garlic. Basics for most of the stuff that I cook, because, you know, I can kind of get a feel for those things. But we're going to put this together with a little bit of olive oil. And then this way we'll be able to kind of, we're going to try and crumble it up a little bit more so that way it'll kind of spread on the hot chicken a little bit better and grab a hold of it. Now you could do this as a spread, and if I wasn't using the Greek salad dressing, I could have actually done kind of like a tzatziki sauce with it, where we grate up the cucumbers and things and use the Greek salad dressing, excuse me, Greek yogurt, and put into it, and that would have been a nice little spread or pour on it. Okay, boom, there we go. Now we're going to take a fork and kind of break it up together here. We want to try and break up, see, we want to try and break up the bigger chunks and mix the basil with this, so that way it's really crumbly. And then we're going to add some olive oil, which will help bind it together a little bit and give it a little bit more of a flavor to it. Looks pretty though, doesn't it? Yeah, see, that's a real big piece that's in there. Okay, olive oil, always ready to go. A couple of teaspoons worth into it would be good. Yeah, the olive oil is definitely helping to make it stick a little bit together, helping to bind it. There you go. And that's what we've got for our topping. Excuse me. Yeah, the olive oil was helping to kind of bind it together. I almost want to put some Greek yogurt into this, but you can see, you've got this nice spread. I'm going to put a little bit more cheese into this to make sure, because this has got to go across the 3-foot sub. You want to make sure you have plenty of cheese on this thing. Yeah, this is going to be good. I almost want to put some Greek yogurt in this and make it almost spreadable. Would that be crazy? This is the thing about cooking. It's about experimenting too. Oops. All right, so we're getting ready to do our Greek sub right now. Over here, I got my man David Wiley's in there cutting up some of the olives. We got our 3-foot sub roll here. We got onions, we've got tomatoes, we've got some Greek pepperoncini peppers. We've got our feta cheese right here with olive oil and basil, and of course garlic. And up here we have the star of the show right here, which is our marinated chicken. I've got a good hot grill right now. We're gonna take these chunks and we're gonna get these suckers cooked to go on the sub roll. And we have about 30 minutes until kickoff for the Cowboys game. We've got the Giants are trying to hold on to beat Carolina. Washington is trying to get back in against the Lions. The Lions maybe get their first win, and we'll see what our Cowboys do. I think Tampa Bay is barely winning against New Orleans, and yeah. So we've got some games going on. So we're just basically going to take, oh my goodness, you can smell this chicken. This chicken smells good. With the herb seasoning on it, oh man. This will be nice and flavorful and juicy. Wait a minute, what happened? Who did? Hey, there's my daughter, AK Doll.
Is that dairy free?
This is dairy free. They are chicken wings downstairs. Yes, baby. All right, the chicken's ready, so we're gonna take the chicken and put on here. Woo-wee. Some nice hot chicken. Look at that. Oh, Nelly. Look at that. Woo-wee. All right, so now we got our chicken up on here. We're gonna put some lettuce, tomatoes up on here, the onions, the Greek peppers. Woo! this is some real chicken here. This is no mechanically separated or anything like that. This is like real. So like a Greek salad, so I have onions. And see what's good is the meat will help be held together by the cheese on the bottom, because that's heat on there going to melt and hold that together, hopefully. What do you think, Chef?
Don't look good, man.
Okay. We got some tomatoes, and I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Then we're going to put some lettuce and the olives. I probably should put the olives on before the tomatoes. But I'm going to put them only on one side because I don't think everybody is an olive person. David said he doesn't like olives too much. So okay. Okay. And I should, can you grab me a fork so I can pull out some of the peppers? Okay. Lettuce.
Wow. Daddy, you gotta slow down. You're making a mess.
We'll clean it up later.
The dog is gonna help you.
Yes, the dog will help us. And while he's getting me a fork so I can get the hot peppers, I got my Greek dressing. In fact, this Greek dressing I literally had to mail out to my daughter out in California because she loves this. This is the best Greek dressing in the world.
You can't find it everywhere.
You cannot.
It's hard. Amazon.
Or Papa Dad, or AK Dad. Oh no, what am I?
Papa Doll.
Papa Doll is what they call me. Papa Doll. So then we're going to put the Greek dressing on. Which
When
will
it
soften
gets
up the bread.
soggy,
Well, that's why we put it on the top of the bread. Ah, doesn't that look good? Oh, doesn't that look good? Oh my goodness. I'm going to put a few more of these on here. Spread those a little bit here. Gameday grilled chicken. Now let's hope that this helps the Cowboys get a win. And we'll clean up later. Okay. Excellent. There we go. Put a little further away there. Let's see. Next week we play the Giants, right? Next week will be easy. We'll do an Italian sub. Cold cuts. So we don't have to execute. All right. There we go. We're going to top this and put our... Woo! And we'll be off to watch the Cowboys play. Okay. And then I just need to do one thing. Turn the grill off. And just want to...
is this a cabbage?
Yes. Miss Kayla? Can you... I need to take this inside, so there's extra chicken for people. actually chicken in there, honey.
I was trying to vlog with you, but you're too busy to hang out with me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, let's talk about the sub. Come here. Before we take it downstairs.
Why am I such an awkward child? I just be hiding. I can't.
Okay. What?
Too many people here.
No, come here. The sub is here. The sub is here. Ooh. Ah. Oh, we got the dogs here. Ooh. All right, doggies, you got to watch out. Nope. Because the sub is here. Nope. You stay back. All right. The sacrificial sub is here. Okay. Oh my God. I leave and all hell breaks loose. All right, here we go. The sub. Get your shit-eating grin out of here. Look at that sub. Ooh-wee. There we go.
I don't need no parts of that.
And there we go. That is the sub.
The Giants won. The Dolphins won.